know my music is on, but this is how I get ready to go. I'm excited. I'm excited to build my stuff. Well, good morning indeed. Welcome back to the table. That is delicious. So we are going to start off today by building my transmission transfer case. I've actually been sneaking in to the studio and taking a look at my instructions, finding out what my next step is. I like it a lot. Got all my pieces out. We're gonna do bag D. Bag D, that's funny. You'll see the course that I have built, my axles and my links. My shocks are built, my tools are laid out. I've got my coffee, I've got all my other supplies that I need. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. There we go. I got my transmission gear, my 2-speed gear. I think it's an 48.2 speed gear. All right, so we need to build, we need what part? We need this part. 2-speed bottom shaft, 2-speed top shaft. That's one. Okay, we got the bottom shaft. I think that's the top shaft. Yeah, that looks like it turns around like that. So even though I'm building this on camera, it's kind of like I'm just talking to myself, but that's kind of what I do anyways. Just keep on nattering, yammering to myself. Okay, so we need some of these bearings. I need 4 bearings in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what kind of gears do we actually have in here? I've got those ones, they look the same. This one looks a little different. This one looks a little different. So I'm going to need this gear here. This is my 36 turn, 48 pinion, 36 turn transmission gear. That's one. And then it looks like I need this guy here. You see that there? That is my 18 turn, 48P 2-speed gear. I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means, but I know they go together in this little fashion here. There we go. I could really use a little bit of this. There we go. So I'm doing this step here right now, or this step I should say, and they're saying that's 6 and that's 7. Well, lo and behold, that's actually 6 that it was labeled as, way longer than the one they're proposing. So we're going to make this, and as long as it fits, we're going to get it to go together. So I might actually end up changing some of their instructions. Not changing their instructions, but not really following it to the T because their visuals are a little bit different. So, and I don't think it's actually going to fit with the short one. But, that's the adventure of it all, guys. Where am I? There we go. And then that's where the grub screw goes. Gotcha. And then that's gonna go in like that. And then we're going to put on this other collar. Okay, these are too long, these collars. Let's take a look at that little tree. So we're gonna put that grub screw in again. So as my nails are getting longer, I've got to be able to hurry up and finish this build before I need a nail fill. Oh, no, okay, so that goes on like that. But then it does kind of stop with the grub screw. So put it on like that, but then there's all that little space there. There's no way that's got to be right. And it doesn't go on that way. Grub screws on. We'll put this little smaller collar on, and then we'll put another one there. But because I've blocked that grub screw hole, that doesn't seem good. I don't think I want to block a grub screw hole. Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing another collar here somewhere. Let's see. The collar's on that one. Let's see here. Okay, and then once I actually have those pieces built, then I actually put it into the transmission house, it looks like. Wants me to grease some parts here, so let's grab our udder butter. There we go. Which means if you have udder butter, you're definitely gonna need a paper towel. hold it up like that. That piece goes in, let me just make sure dry fitted there. So the transmission and the transfer case. The transmission helps the things turn and it pushes it up to the transfer case, and just the basic definition of transfer case is it just transfers the power to the axles. Everyone knows that. Heavens, even I know that. Okay, so that's gonna go together like this. I'm going to look at it like this. So it's got to be these ones. Just gently, kind of like when you're on your trigger finger when you're RCing. You don't need to go sometimes all out, even though all out is usually way more fun. Shazam! Got it. And it still turns. Okay, let's put this last piece on. So I still have it on the front here. Do, 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 do. Perfect. You know what, guys? I gotta tell you, it looks just like it does in the picture. See? Right on. Spot. Okay, step 20. Okay, now that part's done. That was exciting. Let's get this. Done. Okay. So we need a whole bunch more confusing parts. So I need my transfer case output shaft, my 3x18 shaft. So this is my transfer case output shaft, 3x18 other shaft. Notice little holes. Let's set it up the same way they do. And there it goes. We need 2 of these longer screws. Voila, I have them. They're flatheads. I need 1 of the 12mm, and let's just double check on here. Yeah, I felt like a dentist with that too. Okay. So it attaches to, this is going to be the back. Just like that, yes. I noticed there's 2 different types of bearings on here. Shame on me. There's the bearings right here. Those are 4mm, 11 by 4mm, and well, these are 10 by 4mm, and then those are the 11s by 4mm. Son of Levici, I bet you anything, I totally used the wrong friggin' ones. Or did I? Did I luck out? Because there's one that's a little bit bigger. I bet you I used one of the ones that's the wrong one. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Okay, well, let's back it out. See, this is the real life, guys. You gotta fix it as you go, right? That's one we wanted in there. Bet you it's that little one. Do 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 do. I have too much space in there. Let's do a little problem solving offline. Okay, back. And sorry. Perfect. Okay, now we're back. So I was having some issues with my transmission. When I was moving one of the shafts, the other shaft wasn't moving. And so instantly I'm like, that's not right. So I shut off the cameras, took it all apart, and took another quick look at it, and I realized that one of my drive pins that I had been calling this entire time a grub screw, which is not the right one, but I've been correcting myself, was not in there properly. So it wasn't able to hold the gear in place, enabling it to help it spin. So took it apart, made sure I had the right one in there, and then put it back together. So now it works. And so now when you do this, can you hear that? Do, do. Okay, so now that's done. The front part's over, so now we can go on to our transfer case. So get the fingers all lubed up. And then pop our grease on. Get that bearing down. And there we go. And now I'll put that drive pin in, if I can find that hole. There we go. I'm working with all these little pieces that everything's getting magnetic, so it keeps on sticking. They're all attracted to everything. Ah! Okay. Let's stick that thing on. I need a drink of water or something like this. This is an intense step. I've got grease all over my hands. So we've got one of the gears in with the drive pin. We were able to fix. Look at that! It's friggin' moving around. That's so cool. And then again with the drive pin going on the side or closer to the transmission. Sneak that through there. Oh, they are the same. There's two slipper plates here. And they both have the same things. Okay, that's good. The slipper pads too, I'm assuming, are these connected together? Am I missing a slipper pad? Yep. There it is. Interesting spacing. Nope. I was missing a piece. She's over tightening them. No, I'm not. I'm totally being fine with them. In fact, just to make you guys all feel better, I'll even turn it down a little bit. Is that little tree done? You look done, but that doesn't mean anything. Because those little screws there, man, those little things have screwed me over before, so I'll keep you off to the side. Okay, assembling that. That'll go on like that. This little piece will go in the middle. Then this piece goes on. And then this little doohickey goes on. And then my lock nut. Hey, you turn it and it turns. Oh man, that's so freaking cool! This is awesome! Okay, it's time for the motor. Okay, now we're going to mount the motor, which is step 23. So I've taken you this far to get this transmission transfer case and then my motor mount to get it all ready to go. I have the motor that I'm using today for this actual machine is the Tekin T40 Pro. It's a hand wound motor. Some of the soldering has already been done for me. But we will still get to solder, which is going to be pretty exciting for me because it has been a while since I've soldered. So I figure it's kind of like riding a bike, right? So one thing they give me as a tip is to tighten the screws with one sheet of paper inserted between both gears. If anyone can tell me why the heck I need to do that, great. I'm still going to do it anyways because I like to follow instructions. But if anyone can tell me why the heck that's even important, that would be awesome. Or if it isn't, or if it is important, or whatever the heck that is. So we'll get this one here, but I am going to hand tighten it. Let's take that out of there. Let's put it back into my driver here. Pinion on to the motor. It has now been attached successfully. Now, one thing I want you guys to notice here is we've got two different types of screws here. We've got one that has a flat head to it. Flat head. Well, they both have flat heads, but they're different kinds of heads. So we want to be really mindful about the ones that we're using. These ones that have a wider head to them, or the ones that we're going to be using on the inside to attach the motor inside of this housing. I figure when in doubt, just call it a housing and it'll all be fine. Okay, that one goes there. That's my little list. Let's just get it all set up first and then we'll worry about that. Okay, lining it all up. So they give you a couple holes here, so that's always a good thing. Does it matter which one it goes in? I'm going to assume not, but. The thing that I'm really kind of struggling with this whole thing is where the friggin', and just holding it all just so it kind of all goes together. And I hope I do this right. Oh, so I'm gonna get this thing in place and then I'm gonna put the piece of paper in there. Tighten the screws. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of an adjuster on there, but I think it feels okay. And let's get the lid put on. What do you mean, what is this? That's a fidgety thingy. That's because I fidget sometimes. Okay, you ready? Okay, we got a guest.
Okay.
Okay, we wanted to finish this last step and look who I brought into the shop here. Hey Mo, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi, this is Mo. These are his hands. He's got 2 hands. He's very excited. Look at the cameras. Okay, can you help me with this last step right here, bud? Okay, so a couple of little tips here for you. Obviously, I've done some things where when I mounted my motor, I put this, the cords down. It could have been the other way.
Like some, Mom.
Look at your thumb. You got a tap line on your thumb. We'll fix that probably later offline, but for right now, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff, if you will. Okay, so the rear and the top. So what we got here? We've got these pieces. We've got these pieces. Can you help me put these pieces on, Mo? You feeling good?
Yeah, good.
Okay, so let's just see where we have to attach our parts. So we're going to attach this. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
We're going to attach this part just like that there. So that goes on there, and these are the flathead screws right here. And then these little parts here attach in those little holes right there. Perfect. Okay, kiddo, you ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
I know I am. Ask folks what their favorite color is, red, black, or blue.
Folks, what
Look
color?
look at that camera over here. Look at that camera over there and ask them. Say, folks, what color do you like, red, black, or blue?
Red, black, or green, or blue.
And they can answer that for you, hey?
Which color you like it?
Okay, and then that's gonna go right there on that part there. So the trick with being an RC guy or girl is...
You want one round.
You wanna run around? You don't wanna help me with building my last little part here? Okay, you run around.
Then I come back.
You come back, you promise, and you can say goodbye to everyone for me?
No.
No.
You said doing this. Oh, I hate this one a little bit. Then they come back. Then say no goodbye to kids.
Okay, he's gonna come back, folks, and he's gonna make sure he says goodbye. He's super fast, folks. Let's see if he can run around faster and just around the studio than I can actually attach this. Sometimes when you're doing your RC hobby, you got to work with the likes of some good assistants here. Hey, bud, you assisting me? You're gonna tell everyone that they should be building RCs and make sure they give this video a like click, right? Can you say like click this video?
Let's click this video, kids.
That's right. Like click the video. And let's show them the finished piece.
So
Hey Mo, can you give me a ta-da?
Ta-da!
Ta-da, folks, there it is. It's all done. Thanks for joining us today. Again, some of the questions for you are, what are your necessary mods? And let's see here, what other questions do I have for you? Favorite color from you, right, Mo? What's your favorite color? Right? And the last one, if red is your favorite color, perfect. And the last question, well, not really a question, an ask. Please, like this video, share it. Say bye, Mo.
Bye.
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 Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks for joining, guys. Goodbye.